Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day, new reading. When I sat down here today, I felt a bit of resentment within the Right Collective, a bit of anger and frustration. And this message is to give you some kind of clarity upon the situation that you are sitting in this moment of time. So let's see what comes out. I feel like you're being called to release certain things in this moment, but it's like I want out kind of energy. Again, that anger and resentment building within you. We have divine masculine at the bottom. I don't think you're in that lens of looking at your person through the eyes of a divine masculine. You're more within a little of a blame game when it comes to them. But let's see the collective, what you are sitting in. So when it comes to your foundation, the security, the establishment, going over that would be a main focus for you in this moment of time. The foundation you want to build, and maybe a lack of it as well when it comes to this connection. Again, I'm feeling that irritation within me. Oh, what was that? I think it was commitment. Where did it go? Oh. So the foundation, the commitment, marriage, proposal, fidelity. You could have been maybe married to this person, or at least it could have been promised to you. You could have been within a dynamic where you were building a certain foundation. Then we have the run. I'm just taking notice of that. But building a foundation with one another where commitment was on the table for you guys. That this was kind of promised to you, this happy ever after, and then off they went and everything just changed. And again, that can cause a certain feeling within one. Big promises being made and just this person taking off in the midst of it, maybe not giving you clarity or answers. You were just left for yourself to figure certain things out, which could be a bit hard for you in this moment of time because you are just feeling that anger stirring up within you when it comes to this. And I'm also hearing a lack of commitment. But a certain confession. So if this person has not been confessing anything towards you, I think it's what you are wanting from them. A confession. A confession. I can't even say the word. Confession about what went down here. Something being unveiled, coming clean, a message about this. And that could be tied into that foundation that you were building towards a certain kind of commitment here. But there's a lot of silence. And like I said, it's like you're just sitting there and you have to figure everything out for yourself. There would be a lot of silence, like this person haven't been spoken upon it then, right? Confirming that. They have been choosing that silence. And in the silence, you're sitting there trying to find the answers. I said fight for a reason. Maybe you're fighting a bit with your heart and your mind in this moment of time. Again, it would make sense. I'm seeing that card of resentment. Will be interesting if that comes out. And we have the lusting. So the forbidden non-committal sexual energy. And again, it would make sense if you are going over this within your mind, right? And you are building a certain kind of foundation that could lead, or again, this commitment, I feel like it was promised for the right collective, that was where you were going within this dynamic. And you're looking upon it, wanting a certain confession when it comes to that from this person, but they are silent. They are not speaking upon anything in this moment of time. I think you go over the lack of wanting to commit to anything, that non-committal, it stands out to me. I think you are within that lens of truly focusing on that, how non-committal this were. Was it just a lot of desire within this connection? And maybe you are feeling that they are moving within that lost energy, that they were just promising all of this, but it was all about the chemistry, the spark, the passion. And again, it would make sense of why you're feeling that resentment towards them if that's your outlook on the situation in this moment of time, right? And you're at a breaking point when it comes to this. You're reaching a limit, the final straw, the overwhelm. Like I said, it's like you want out. I'm seeing that. You're wanting to close the door upon this. And then we have the divine feminine. And if you are seeing yourself within that lens, right, of embodying a divine feminine, the yin energy, you would not take that kind of, I'm hearing that, the kind of BS. It's like, that is not worthy of my time. I don't think you're seeing it in the eyes of clarity within this moment. It feels like a lot of emotion. Again, that anger, the resentment, the hurt within the situation. It's like you're taking things very literally in this moment of time. And I'm not saying that you do not embody a divine feminine, but it's very much within that blame game. Maybe you're not wanting to face the lesson that is being shown to you in this moment of time. It's more within that lens of the hurt. You were hurt. They promised you the world, and off they went. And they have been silent about it. That confession you're wanting from them due to what was promised, it hasn't come in. And it's like you cannot deal with it anymore. It's too much. It's building up again within you, that breaking point. And I feel like you're truly wanting to embody this divine feminine energy. But divine feminine energy is quite soft, nurturing, loving, caring, understanding for all walks of life. And that outlook here and now, I feel like it's fogged within your mind. You're not sitting in that. You're more sitting within the kind of Queen of Swords approach towards the situation. Wanting that confession, wanting that clarity, demanding certain truths to be spoken. You're not sitting in release, within center, with understanding why things needed to happen. And that does not make sense to you in this moment of time. Don't make this fit. And we have beginnings, trying again, new direction, starting over. Again, I think that's what you want, not towards this person, but just genuinely within this, I was about to say dynamic, but then again, I don't think it's towards this person. It's within your own life. You just want to start over. You do not want to have this stuck to you, attached to you anymore. It's too much. It's it's bringing up a lot of emotions for you in this moment of time that are maybe a bit hard to deal with. And finding that center, that release within the situation, cause it's just a lot of anger, maybe a bit of a hurtful words as well. So I do not know if this person has been telling you things at a certain point of time that you would go over. That is like replaying within your mind. We will see what comes out. What about that new beginning? I want one more for that. Then we have the beauty, the charm, grace, the kind-hearted, but with distance. So like I said, it's like you want to embody that divine feminine energy, right? Coming into that lens, truly sitting in that, seeing your own beauty, that kind heart, that grace that a divine feminine energy does entail, right? But there's distance, but for you internally to come into that, there's like a block here. And it makes sense from what you're sitting in. Again, you're reaching a breaking point, but for a reason, to release it, to not let it linger anymore. That resentment, the hurt, the pain that you feel towards the situation, it needs to be released, right? Because it does not serve you. I don't think it brings you any kind of clarity, any kind of peace. It's quite the opposite. It keeps you stagnant, it keeps you stuck within your own emotions. Because you do not get it, right? And I'm not saying this to blame you in any way, shape, or form, just making that clear. I'm simply explaining what the cards are telling me, right? That broken. That is what you feel. The broken, the shattered, the heartbroken, the destroyed. And that pain is causing you to build up resentment towards them, instead of coming into understanding why this pain needed to be inflicted onto me. Again, it's tied to a lesson. So what is it that they want you to learn when it comes to you? Having that understanding of we all act in a way that is truthful for us, and it may be hard to see it in the lens of that person and why they did what they did to you. But what are you learning throughout it? And that pain, what is it making you realize within yourself? If you stop projecting and pointing the finger at them, if you point it back at yourself, what are you learning? What are you gaining insight within yourself? We only get burned time and time again because there is something there we need to learn. And if we do not see it, if we keep pushing that lesson away, it will keep coming back time and time again, harder and harder and harder. So we are able to finally see it and break free from it. So it does not linger within our energy, so we can heal it out, right? But you are escaping it, avoiding, blocking, and pushing it away. So maybe you do not want to, again, that breaking point, you would be feeling that for a reason. You do not want to feel like this. You want a new beginning. You want to try again. You want to come into that divine feminine energy and that you do carry from within, right? That stress, the turbulence, the tension, the arguments. There could have been quite a lot of arguments here. And maybe not physically. I'm getting that for a reason with your person, but within the silence. I think you argue a lot with yourself, being very conflicted with your heart and your mind. And that block, that distance that you feel from within, it's there for a reason, to teach you something, a valuable lesson. And that saying, the harder the lesson to see, the bigger the lesson learned, I think is very significant for this collective in this moment of time. But it's causing you a lot of stress to sit in that, to sit in the feeling of the broken, to have that kindness, compassion, and grace towards yourself, to feel that emotion. Again, that emotion is there. And if you do not let yourself sit in it, understand it, gain wisdom from it, so you can turn that pain into your power, you're just pushing it away. So instead of sitting and surrendering to that feeling, you just want out. I do not want to deal with it. Enough is enough. I have reached my limit. I can't do this. I want to start over. I want something different here. Truly wanting that new direction. But then again, you're not sitting in clarity upon the situation. Spying. So maybe you are holding on to that they are within the background. So even though you do not want to deal with this, you will still go over that this person is within the background, lurking. Social network information and waves, and it's like waves, and it's like you are then holding on to it. Maybe it has been giving you for a certain amount of time some kind of peace within you to know that this person were there, even though there were a lot of silence, thinking that they were within the background. It gave you a certain kind of peace within. Even though they're not here physically, they are there within the background. Maybe a bit of an ego boost. Do you get what I'm saying? Having that outlook, it talks a lot about what needs to be healed within you. If that gives you peace and center, it talks a lot about not really understanding oneself. It is not a nice energy if you are welcoming this within your life. Someone lurking, being within the background, not being open and honest about them being there, maybe using certain kind of burners as well. Again, it's coming to my mind for a reason. They're sending you the evil eye. And why would you want to welcome that? Why is that bringing you any kind of peace and center? Are you coming in maybe to some kind of an understanding when it comes towards this? I guess you could. Again, you're reaching a breaking point here for a reason. But it would have been lingering within your energy. And like I said, I feel like for quite some time, this gave you something. But if you're coming in to some kind of an understanding towards this, that I do not want this anymore, this is very unhealed. Again, if you want to be a divine feminine, this is nowhere near divine masculine. That's wounded energy. Someone feeling that need to lurk within the background. Again, they're sending you the evil eye because they're not making their presence known. They're sitting there within the background, having a lot of thoughts, having a lot of feeling, but they're not being open and honest. And we know for a fact that there is a lot of silence. There's a lot of distance between you guys in this moment of time. But the abandonment, they left out. And they walked away and they have been acting cold. Again, that silence, the frozen, the no words, the stone wall. And I do not think that you're dealing within that. You're sitting in the anger of it. You're not sitting with an outlook of a divine feminine, having the understanding why they would be acting this way. Giving them that grace, that kind heart towards the situation. Like I said, having the understanding for all walks of life. This person would be dealing with a lot of things that you may not be aware of. And instead of just having that understanding that we all deal with emotions differently, I cannot project my own way of dealing with certain things and expect other people to see it like I do. We are all different. But what is it teaching me about myself? What am I gaining understanding with? Is this something that stems from your childhood? Feeling abandoned, feeling that people just walk away all of a sudden, feeling that people tell you that they're there, but off they go, making you feel left out in the cold, not seeing, not heard, not valued. But like I tried to teach you guys over here, you value you. So again, what lessons are being reflected to you in this moment of time? If you just sit in it and stop avoiding, stop escaping the broken, the hurt, but welcome it so you can heal it. Instead of sitting in the blame game, projecting onto this person. Again, you do not know what goes on in the rooms you're not in. And they are the rooms that matters, right? Let's see a bit further upon this. I feel called to take this deck. So when it comes to collective and what they are sitting in, so the ease, what is that? The gratitude. But ease, letting go, and grief. I think there is a lack of letting it be easy in this moment of time. And not that it is easy, but then again, it's all about what we tell ourselves up here. What you tell yourself, your brain, it believes. So if you're making it believe by truly embodying that energy and affirming to yourself, I have the power within me to let this be easy so I can let this go. End something very painful, a cycle I do not want to linger anymore. I am ready to release it. I am ready to learn. I am ready to ground myself. It will be more easy. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. It's not like our life gets easier, so to speak, but we get better at it. We get better at seeing the lessons of learning by walking the path each and every day. We come into more understanding and more clarity. So let this be easy, if you get what I'm saying. It does not have to be hard. It's only hard because you keep telling yourself it's hard. Does it make sense? You control this. So have that power within you, again, to let this fuse you, this lesson of affirming to yourself, I see clearly. I want to understand this within myself, not projecting onto this person. I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it easy for myself by getting clarity for myself. Does it make sense? Letting go what does not serve, because this feeling is not serving you. Sitting in anger, frustration, and resentment towards anyone, it does not serve you. It doesn't bring you peace. It doesn't bring you clarity. Again, if you want to embody that divine feminine energy, she has a lot of compassion. She has a lot of understanding. She has a lot of grace. She has a kind heart. She understands that pain brought from something else onto me is for me to learn a certain lesson here. And instead of sitting within the blame game, of pointing their finger towards that person and say, they did this, they did that, they acted this way. Okay, they did, but what are you learning? And have the understanding, well, that's a lesson for them to learn. If you truly believe that you are on some kind of soul journey and you are connected to this person, you would know this, that you are reflecting your pain onto each other so you can heal from it, so you can learn from it. But you need to walk the path. It's not sitting there blaming anyone for the pain that caused you. You needed to have that pain inflicted onto you so you learn something valuable. And like I said, with that abandonment, them shutting the door, freezing you out, what is it making you feel? Feel that feeling so you can heal it out and understand it. What is it within me that makes me feel like this? Is it because I feel like they abandoned me? And where does that wound stem from? Because it's not the first time you would be feeling like this. It would be throughout your life. People abandoning you, it brings up a certain emotion within you. Take notice of that. That grief, you cannot let this go and you cannot come into ease if you do not sit in it. The grief of losing. It's all about, again, what you tell yourself up here. The grief does not have to be within the lens of resentment and pain. It's about gaining understanding upon the situation. What is this grief learning me? What is it teaching me in this moment of time? If I stop pushing it away, and if I surrender myself to the feeling of the grief, what am I learning within that emotion? What kind of wisdom am I coming into by understanding myself and the path I need to walk within this life so I can heal and become the best possible version of me? You cannot sit in an energy of a divine feminine if you keep pushing the feelings away that you need to face so you can come into that understanding. Again, kindness, compassion for all walks of life. Not projecting, but reflecting back to yourself. Does it make sense? Invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. Go pursue me. So ask them. Ask your divine guides to help you within this moment of time. What is it that you want me to understand? I need guidance. I need assistance in this moment of time. They are there to help you. To help you see this lesson. They want you to heal. They want you to come home to yourself, to see yourself, your worth, your value, and have the understanding everything happens because it's meant to happen. I planned this life out exactly down to the millisecond because I need to learn this lesson this time around in this lifetime. It's time. Stop projecting that finger onto them. Turn it inwards. Ask for guidance, ask for assistance. And you can do that in a number of ways. Look out into your reality. What signs are you seeing? What angel numbers do you keep coming across? What stands out to you? If you again look up on your reality, what are you being met with? What are you being faced with that you do take notice of? And that mirror is there for a reason. Again, to help you understand what is it within me that I need to heal? again, I think you have a tendency to wanting to point the finger towards other people. So instead of sitting in the understanding of this person is, in a lack of a better word, annoying me with their behavior, instead of taking that to heart and say, okay, I do in fact embody that, maybe only 1%, but it's being reflected times 100 to make you see it. Make sense? You would rather sit in that blame game, projecting onto them, than actually taking it inward and say, okay, I actually embody that. However uncomfortable that may be, I embody a seed of that. I need to heal that out. I do not want to be a person like that. Does it make sense? Invite that help in and take it to heart so you can heal it. Right? The divine flow and the inner child, like we said. Because that avoidance, that abandonment, it stems from childhood. It's being inflicted onto you from such a young age. You could have grown up in a household where your parents were there, but they weren't really there. They maybe left you out quite a bit. Maybe you were kind of the black sheep of the family, not being seen, not being heard, not being understood. So you have been teaching yourself this from a very young age, that people just abandon me. And instead of sitting within that wound that you do carry to heal it out, to understand from it, you're pushing it away. You're resisting the change that you actually want to welcome in. Get into that, the divine flow. Understand that everything happens for a reason. I have been choosing this life specifically this time around because I need to heal. I need to learn these lessons this time around. This is my lifetime in which I am learning these lessons. I am ready to learn. I love learning and getting to the gratitude of that. How lucky am I that I get to learn this lesson this time around? That I do not need to walk this path anymore. This is my time. And I'm going to come home to myself. So I'm going to sit with my emotions and I'm going to learn it. And I'm going to stop projecting onto other people and I'm going to take it into myself. Because I need to heal. I need to learn. I need to develop so I can understand myself. Make sense? But if we're taking a bit to that connected energy towards you, what they are sitting in this moment of time. So the person connected to this collective, what are they sitting in? What are they dealing with? Maybe I need to get the other deck actually. Where did I put that? So if we're taking it to the person connected to this collective, the person connected to this collective, what are they sitting in when it comes to this? This is not bad. So when it comes to the foundation, just like you, they are going over that and with the lusting energy as well, the forbidden, non-committal sexual energy, apology, forgiveness, return, and sorrow, healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. So they're sitting within healing, gaining understanding upon this. And if an apology is replaying within the mind of this was promised, but this were more the energy I embodied, non-committal, but I wanted to build a foundation. I don't think they're completely there, but it's playing on their mind. And look at how you are perceiving this in this moment of time. This person is sitting in healing. That's beautiful. Wanting to understand this, wanting to release, wanting to purify, wanting to cleanse. And I think that's something they go over. Me coming in to make an apology towards this collective of why I acted will bring certain kind of healing to me and to them, to this connection. It's not bad. The only you. What fell here? And the pain. So they feel a lot of pain. Apprehensive, afraid, cautious. And it makes sense. Because again, like I said, if you truly believe that you are connected throughout your vessels, that you are tied together, the red string theory, right? You are connected by that. What you are feeling, the energy you are embodying, again, reflecting towards this person, the way you are seeing them in this moment of time, they feel it. All of that pain. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's making them cautious towards you. I'm not excusing this person's behavior towards you, but seeing the situation from a higher perspective. You collective understanding this needed to happen exactly like it did, because it's teaching me valuable lessons. And instead of sitting in any kind of blame game and projecting onto them, I'm going to say thank you. It's a blessing in disguise. Because what is it that I am learning when it comes to me, my wounds, so I can heal it out, so it does not affect me anymore? Makes sense? Only you. So even though they feel this pain, they are devoted, attached, they crave this connection. And isn't it sad? It's not like you're seeing it like this. You didn't get that. You're refusing to understand why this pain needed to happen, so you can heal that abandonment wound that you carry. And you would have been carrying throughout your life, again, inflicted onto you from a very young age. I'm not so fond of this card. We will see what it gets paired with, but it talks about the influences, the attachment, the third party, their peers. I'm just getting a feeling this person, again, there's a reason why they feel cautious towards this. Maybe there have been some people in the background making sure that they weren't exactly dealing with it. But then again, everything is a choice that we make. However painful that again may be to actually come into understanding with, everything is a choice. So if they chose other connections over this, listening to them, letting them interfere within this dynamic, that again is a conscious choice that they made to listen to other people, right? And I'm just, again, we will see what it gets paired with. Tarot would be interesting to see upon this, but just like you, I think they are within the lens of a bit of a blame game. These persons, these people, they did this, that, they made me believe in whatever they were telling me towards the situation. But then again, who chose to listen? I did. I chose this. I chose to let them get in my head, to listen, and not sitting within my own feeling, understanding it, right? But then again, it's a lesson there for a reason, just like it is for you, of stop pointing the finger upon everyone else. Point it inwards. So these influences, these attachments, they could have made them believe that this was just chemistry. It was all just within lust, right? Non-committal. Getting in their ear, like I said, in their head, when it comes to this. That new beginning, the new direction, starting over. Makes sense? So they chose to listen to this. That this was all within the spark, within the passion. Again, it wasn't a foundation in which you build upon. It's lust. It's non-committal. It's just sexual energy, right? It's like there are other fish within the sea. I'm hearing that, you know. And I think it made a lack of this new direction, the starting over. But again, it's what they're reflecting upon when it comes to an apology, which is good. It truly shows me that this person is going within to gain that understanding with the healing here. So it's not bad. It's not bad. When it comes to the foundation and the lust, they have a lot of sorrow for it. That loss, the grief, maybe even depression. They could have been going through it. And like I said, you do not know what goes on in the rooms you're not in. They have been leaving you in silent treatment, right? So you do not know, but you're doing a lot of thinking. And instead of just sitting in center, release, understanding, when things are ready, they will come in. It's not my ego's timing, it's in divine timing. So I'm going to release, I'm going to center. You have been doing a lot of projection, because that is what makes sense to you within your soul, within your vessel. Because like I said, that deviation, it's like you expect this person to think and feel exactly what you think and feel. But no one is like you. That's you. Do you get what I'm saying? You cannot expect other people to think and feel the way you do, to see things the way you do. It's all about projection, right? Different perspectives towards a situation. And it takes two people to make any kind of tango, if you know what I'm saying. So stop that blame game, right? I don't think you know this. I don't think you see it like this, that this person has been sitting within that feeling, that emotion. Because it does not make sense to you why they acted in that way. But then again, it needed to happen in this way. Everything needed to happen in the way it did. The conflict, the back and forth, the decision, making that decision. And we know for a fact that they have been a bit of it afraid. Maybe a bit of a escapism. Like they just want to, again, like you, push it away, avoid it. But then again, it's like the emotion is catching up to them. They cannot avoid it anymore. It's playing within their mind. And again, they're coming into healing, understanding towards this. It's good. But I think as well, this conflict, it brought them a lot of sorrow, a lot of pain, a lot of grief. And then again, just like I tell you guys, that does not serve. A centered emotion, it doesn't bring you any kind of conflict, any kind of pain, any kind of sorrow. It makes you come into understanding and release. Does it make sense? It's a negative mindset. I don't think it has anything to do with the witchcraft and hex. I don't think anything of that sort have been going on within this connection. I'm not getting that. But this is negatively thinking, right? And if they're truly sitting in healing, they are gaining understanding towards this. This is not serving me. I'm releasing it. This I do not want to have with me anymore. I'm choosing to heal. And I think that apology, it plays quite heavy on their mind. Had they made the decision yet? I'm not quite sure. I feel there's still a bit of scarcity within this. Again, how is collective going to perceive this if I come forward? Are they going to take it to heart? Are they going to understand it? Or is it just going to cause an argument? The beauty, they see you like this. They see your charm, your grace, your kind heart. I think they're hoping for that. If I come forward, if I do choose to go through with that apology, I'm hoping I'm being met with that. And the intimacy that you did have, right? The bonding, sensual, confiding. But very intimate, very, again, kind-hearted. Very soothing of one's nervous system, right? And it could truly have been a connection where you just molded together like two puzzle pieces. But I think this collective, you had kind of forgotten about that. It's like the pain, the resentment, the anger. It's taking over. So all of these beautiful memories, they're within the background. You're not paying them any attention. I'm not telling you that you should. But then again, the way you perceive this person in this moment of time is not the best. I'm gonna be honest. And they long for that. They crave that. Right? And it makes sense because they are devoted to you. But you do not think that they are. It's a bit sad. And hearing that, I think it's a saying, isn't it? Is love enough? Because you are truly fighting with your heart and your mind. But they want to bring in peace, balance. This is good. This is good. Maybe they want to build a friendship here first. Maybe they know this needs to be slow and steady. Not rushing anything. This needs to be centered. Needing balance, harmony. And maybe that starts with building some kind of a friendship here. Again, maybe your dynamic in the beginning was quite hot and heavy. It took off quite early on. That this foundation wanting to be built and all of these promises, but then again, off they went. Do you get what I'm saying? If this person is coming into that understanding, it starts with me acknowledging this, coming in with an apology of how I treated collective. And from there, we can build if they are willing to listen. It's a beautiful outlook that they have. Wanting to create that peace, that balance. And leading with the intuition. This is good. The heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. So they could truly be feeling that you are telepathically connected. Like they're talking to you within their head, getting certain signs. But trusting their inner knowing. It's a beautiful outlook that they have. And you could truly merge something really good up here. Because there is still a seed within you. But you're not seeing it clearly within the situation. Again, that hurt, that resentment you have built up, it's taking over. But everything for a reason, right? To learn a valuable lesson here. Where do we go from here? To have these. So when it comes to this connection, angels and guides, connected energy and collective. The childhood wounding, full circle coming into that. That's good. So that breaking point, it's to complete a cycle. Makes sense? Your inner child is looking to heal, so you can move on by understanding the situation in a new light. Going within to heal requires self-love and compassion. Gaining perspective through energy work or therapy can be very helpful in assessing tools to empower your inner child. This card says you have chosen to learn from your mistakes and move forward, closing out the cycle. Again, you would be sitting in that. But then again, this reading is finding you for a reason. To gain that understanding and that clarity. And not push it away, not avoid it anymore. Every layer of yourself you acknowledge in a layer that has served its purpose. You are now feeling your power by seeing your inner strength and determination pay off. Be proud of this moment and let it carry you forward. I think that's something you need, again, to affirm to yourself. I am ready to complete this cycle. I am determined to learn that this time around. I'm going to stop pushing this lesson away. I want to learn. I want to see. I won't avoid it anymore. Bring it to me. Full on. Affirm it to yourself. Protection needed, shield, it says. It is vital this time to protect your energy field, as others may be projecting negative energy onto you. You also may be in an environment for which you are absorbing negative vibes that are draining you. Call in Archangel Michael for protection and to clear your energy field. Having a practice of grounding and putting a projecting bubble around you every day will be helpful. However true that may be, again, what we have been telling a lot about is more you embodying that energy. Is there things being projected onto you like that, what I was saying, this person lurking within the background, but then again, they didn't get anything about spying, so they're not. It's what you tell yourself up in your mind. That projecting that you are doing, it needs to be released to have that full circle, right? I want one more for that. Gain balance, gain center, right? Make sure all of your relationships are equal and balanced with giving and receiving. If they are out of rhythm, then the others is sacrificing and can't sustain itself. Therefore, it will create more obstacles to overcome. Know you are worthy and deserve respect in all ways. And again, an outlook you need to have towards this connection if you truly want it. But then again, you wouldn't be watching this reading if you didn't. If there weren't a seed in you, that did not want this. It's like, stop lying to yourself, collective. Having that belief is not something to be ashamed of. It's not you being toyed with. Why is it that you keep resisting? Is there something within you telling you that you are not worthy? Is there something within you giving that doubt? And where does that stem from? Is it due to society's expectation upon what love needs to be and what a connection needs to look like? Are you giving in to a very 3D outlook in this moment of time? Not trusting what this whole journey is about, of breaking free from the 3D reality outlook of this condemnment. Do you get what I'm saying? Balance that projection out of you. Put that inward. Learn from your own mistakes. Learn from what it is that I'm telling myself up here and why. Why do I feel that need instead of just sitting, surrendering, trusting, believing in my journey, in my path, in my power? Everyone can change, right? Leadership. Again, if you feel called, and you would be with that divine feminine energy, it plays on your mind, in your energy for a reason. You want to be in that. Stop resisting then. Give in to that. Like I said throughout this reading, having understanding all walks of life, having kindness, having compassion, tapping in to that grace that you do carry from within, and stop pushing it away because you feel the need to put up some kind of a front within yourself. Be open and be honest with yourself. Feel your emotions so you can learn from it, right? And let that person lead. If you want to rest back and lean into your divine feminine energy, then stop feeling the need to control the situation, the outcome of what's going to happen. You want confession. This person wants to give you an apology for what went down. And again, if you have been telling yourself that there's something to confess and there isn't. Sorry, I just needed to pause for a second to get some water and cough it out. But what I was saying, you wanting a confession because you have made yourself believe that there's something to confess. Something we're not being truthful. They were not being transparent. Again, you think you need a confession, that Queen of Swords. I want the truth, nothing but the truth, so help them God, right? This person wants to apologize for their behavior. If you're sitting there, again, wanting a confession, that is your outlook. I need that to trust in anything they say. They come in wanting to apologize, wanting to take accountability for what went down. You sitting there thinking a confession needs to be made. Again, you have a certain perception of an outlook of what needed to happen instead of, again, just sitting in center, sitting in release upon the situation. Them coming in with an apology, speaking their truth. Will you believe it? Or will you question it? Because it's not what you have been telling yourself in your mind needed to happen for you to believe that this is trustworthy. If you want a divine masculine, because you are seeing yourself or wanting to be in that divine feminine energy, let them lead. Surrender. Surrender that need of controlling the situation, the outcome, by demanding certain things to come in. Release. Right? Do you get what I'm saying? Let them lead. Let them take the initiative. Let them be within that divine masculine energy that they would embody. Let them take on that leadership and guide and surrender to that. And I think it would be hard for you. I think you have a tendency, again, this is coming to our mind for a reason, to wanting to control a situation. Maybe you are a person that has been relying more of your divine masculine energy throughout your life, because that's what your life has been teaching you. But then again, you're being called to come into that divine feminine energy of grace, kindness, compassion for a reason. Do you get what I'm saying? Let them lead. Spiritual guidance. Co-creation. Your spirit guides and guardians are here to assist you and help you to evolve into your authentic self. The time is now to see yourself as your spiritual team sees you. They ask that you remove all limiting thoughts and open yourself up to them. Meditation and asking for signs are a great way to deepening your connection. And that has been a bit of a theme, hasn't it? It came out in this deck as well. Seek guidance. Trust the signs that you have been giving from up above. Trust it. Let yourself have that full circle moment of understanding this stems from my childhood. It is not me wanting to project it onto that person. Not anymore. I'm going to stop doing that, and I'm going to take it to heart. I'm going to take this in, and I'm going to start seeing this stems from my childhood. This is a seed that has been planted in me for a very young age. And I'm going to let myself heal that out, welcoming that full circle moment. So I can understand myself even deeper. Make sense? Stop resisting it anymore. Call on that help. Call on the angels you feel called to. Archangel Michael. Or another one. Again, what you feel called to when it comes to that. Let's just get a bit of tarot here to see. Just to see about this connection, right? Justice. So justice is at play. Four of Cups. It's time to see it collective. Justice. Harmony. Fairness. Accountability. Like I said, you do not see it like this. You are focused on the other cups. And it's like you're focused more on what has not been represented to you instead of what is to come. Having that belief, right? You do not see this justice coming. But justice is at play. The divine has a hold on it. Trust that. Release. Center. Believe. Believe in yourself. Your journey. Right? The Page of Swords. Come from a higher perspective. A strong will, right? Sharp intelligence, deep insight. But come from a higher perspective. He's standing there on the top, looking out. He's able to see clearly. There are a bit of heavy fogs within the background, but he's not taking notice of them. He's focused out on the open land and what is there, right? Come from a higher perspective. Three of Wands. Again, see it clearly, the situation, the expansion, and the true effort and the hard work, right? That this will take. And let it be a seed planting for the future. But again, there's nothing wrong with starting off by building a foundation within a friendship, letting it blossom, letting it bloom. Does it make sense? Stop having all of these expectations about, if this does not happen, I don't want it, this does not happen. No. You're putting limitation upon yourself, and you're the only one doing that. Because you have been fixated on a certain outlook of what needed to happen for you to trust and believe. Remove that. Open yourself up to a new variety of opportunities. Everything can happen. And isn't that magical? Isn't that amazing? And get into that. Do you get what I'm saying? The Justice, the Knight of Pentacles. True healing journey. It takes time because there's lessons to learn. He's on a healing journey. He's not rushing. He's taking it nice and slow, carrying for his pentacle to ground, to build something beautiful. Patience, perseverance, hard work. It's such good energy around, but you do not see it. Six of Swords. Choose the calmer waters. Choose to release what does not serve. Right? The Death, rebirth. Right? Change, liberation, empowerment. So let this be the time that you learn. Welcoming in that full circle moment. Stop projecting. The Four of Cups, the heartbreak. But kind of in reverse, which is good, but you do not see it as such. Again, needing to shift a bit within your process of thought. It's all about recovery, optimism. The worst is over, forgiveness, right? But you do not see it in this moment of time. The Devil in reverse. So a lot of fear, right? Facing them, however, and free from the bondage, breaking chains, no longer dependent, abandonment, overcoming the temptation, the enlightenment. So let this, by seeing it and sitting in it, having that understanding, what I am healing out of me is major. Welcome it. Don't push it away. Again, come from a higher perspective. And it would be something, a true wish, the Star, but it would be something that you at some giving point of time throughout this journey had belief in. What made you come out of that belief? Was it due to time? What is time? Time is fluent. And what for you can seem like an eternity because you have been waiting several months or even years upon it, it's nothing compared to a whole life, right? They don't take things into consideration when it comes to dates, months, years. It's nothing. It's throughout your whole life. So stop fixating on a certain time frame, that ego, demanding certain things. It's not that ego that has the control. Come from a higher perspective. You will know this, right? It all needed to happen in this way. 8 of Wands, but sideways. All about beautiful, good communication coming forward from all areas, right? It can be a lot about love. 8 love arrows coming directly towards you. But it's not upright. Again, it's brewing within them. I think they still have a bit of a scarcity, but then again, it makes sense, because how are you viewing them in this moment of time? Does it make sense? The Two of Cups. The Emperor. Power, status, loyalty. He takes accountability. He stands firmly. He trusts. He believes. He guides. Believe, collective. Believe. Everyone can change. Everyone. Queen of Swords. Don't be her. Don't be her. She's so cutthroat. She's great when it comes to business, when it comes to work, when it comes to a certain field, right? Within love, you do not want that queen. She is so cutthroat. She's so sharp. She's demanding the truth to be spoken. She will cut your head off if you do not answer correctly. Do not be her. Come from a higher perspective. Do not give in to that, because you have not been met in what you have been telling yourself in your mind that you need. It is not you having control upon the situation. Release that need to be in control. Everything happens as it's meant to happen, right? Do not be her. That it will. It will cause destruction. And you do not want it. Again, you're sitting here listening to this reading for a reason. So be honest with yourself. If we take it more within the positive lens of a tower, right? You choosing to come from a higher perspective, not be Queen of Swords. Liberation, right? Enlightenment. Removing what does not serve, right? Archangel Michael style. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I talk about on my channel and how he operates within this universe. He removes things that does not serve. Make sense? Free yourself from that. But do not be her. Again, you're gonna mock off something quite beautifully. I just want more for the tower here. Two of Wands. Achievement, planning, ambition, travel. Yes. But more within that. What is the saying? It came and it went. That saying of choose the difficult, good, instead of the easy, wrong within the situation. By coming from a higher perspective, seeing the emotion outside of the box, right? By releasing, centering, understanding. Forget what I'm saying? Three of Wands, the Judgment. Higher understanding, awakening, right? Wisdom, rebirthing, grow, a new direction, transformation, awakening, the end of a situation. Important change. When it comes to the future, achievement, putting in again dedication and hard work. The Six of Cups. And then the World at the bottom. Very beautiful energy, and this could be a beautiful outcome. But you need to center, you need to come into that. True divine feminine energy, right? And this reading has been going on for quite some time, but I just feel called to, when this apology comes in, right? When this apology comes in, at some given point of time. Again, do not fixate on the time. Surrender to that, right? What this whole reading is about. Surrender, trust, believe. Stop projecting. When it comes to that apology, how do the universe want you to deal with that? Tame that lion. Tame that lion. Inner strength, right? Patience. Patience, collective. Gentle force. Courage. But tame that lion from within. Tame that lion. It's like you just want to, but do not rest upon it. You know, rest, center. Do not be acting within any kind of impulse. Do not be controlling or anything like that. Make the fair decision. He is that, right? He is that. He makes fair decision. A lot of intelligence. A lot of intelligence. Moving with that. Self-asserted, right? Clear. Determination. But center yourself. So when this comes in, tame your lion from within. See it clearly. Come in again to a higher perspective. Do not be reactive. Center. Trust your body's emotions. When you feel things stirring up within you, you feel out of balance, you feel uneasy, you feel maybe wanting to go sit, go center. Do not be reactive here. Ace of Wands. A new beginning. A start of something new. With a lot of passion, right? Not within the lust lane. Making that clear. But within inspiration, right? A lot of creativity as well. And again, do not be going within that lens. Let this build nice and slowly, but see it as such a new passionate beginning. Do not be that, you know, the Five of Cups. Looking at it through self-blame, sadness, the fear of separation. Again, that abandonment wound, you need to heal it to understand it. Makes sense? You're gonna mark something quite beautiful up for you that you have been hoping, wishing, and praying for quite some time. But due to that time, it is messing with you. Knight of Cups. Again, taking it to you. It's an offer, yes, but it's also a new opportunity. Lead with your intuition, right? This could be a very beautiful proposal, but then again, taking it to yourself. Remember, you're healing your journey. He's carrying that healing elixir in his cup, giving it to himself. So do not sway away from that, right? Remember, your cup matters, right? Needing to see yourself. Tame that lion that you do have within. Center. Do not be reactive. Go center. Go sit. Find stillness. Right? Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ambition, right? Center. She's quite alluring. She's magnetic. She's a beautiful queen to embody. She is. She knows her worth. Embody her energy, right? Don't be rushing anything. Ground, stable, secure. Makes sense? Confident. Charismatic. And that comes from the center, right? Of gaining that. Good. Good, good, good. It could truly be something beautiful here. But then again, no needing to rush anything. We're just going to take some messages here from your angel team, what they are wanting to say to you in this moment of time. Then we're going to get Dice's initials spelling out a message for this collective that you need to hear. Whenever you talk to us, it never goes unheard. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation that we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally coming to fruition. Be patient. Everything will come together for you. Trust, surrender, believe. Count all of your blessings, even the small one. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Like we said, practice that gratitude. It's all blessings in disguise. You need to see it as such. If your mindset is fixated, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations or what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways and welcome abundance in all of its forms. Just one more. Instead of pushing yourself too hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely by sitting in center and understanding and stop pushing it away, right? Makes sense? All right. Dices, angel numbers, dates. Oh, what was that? A D. D could be significant. I was just hearing Debbie. Maybe that's a significant name, Debbie. But it could be a grandparent name or anything like that. It came to our mind for a reason. But let's just see. Angel numbers, dates, birthdays, house number, car plate number, phone number, digits of some sort. Okay. What is that landing on? It's like in the middle here. 9, 50, 9 again. So 9, completion. And 9 again. 9. Again, coming into a completion. That full circle moment. Beautiful. 5, 4, 54. And then 5 again. 5, 5, 4, 2, and 18. So if we take it to the month that we have here now, the dates coming up, the 4th, the 5th as well, the 9th, the 18th, and the 2nd. The 2nd, we have the full moon here on the 2nd today. Significant, releasing throughout that, right? And gaining understanding with oneself and coming into more understanding, enlightenment upon oneself and such. Beautiful. 9. Completion. That is good. Beautiful. 50, did I say that? I think I did. Then we would have messages. Again, it would be spelling out certain things, initials, but a certain message for you. To, again, give you a message from your angel team to tie you to this reading. Something you need to hear. So write them down, see what it spells out for you. KDSQ VSEK KVNI ZORBMHOEYRR DEPGF WWBXYZ P, Q, G, M, N, Z, W, P, R, S, P, M, G, C, R, I, X, I, D, X, A, Z, G, Y, Z, C, L, A, L, O, T, B, T, A, D, Y, X, G, O, B, B, D, C. Again, it would be spelling out something significant for this collective. Initials, U, connected energy. What is this? Y, R, and P could be significant initials as well. That was the reading for today. So thank you, collective, for tapping in, for tuning in and listening. And I will see you another day, another time, in another reading. Bye, my angels. Much love.